if you're planning on entering, say, this photo here into the competition, the first thing that you do is I would zoom into 100% and move around and see how it's got all these dots here. These might be dirt. I have a feeling it was raining, but they might be dirt spots, so you need to just clean those off. Use remove, and then you can just like spot on them like this, right? And that will get rid of any dirt spots that from your camera. So like there's a big one, so I would take that. Okay, and then when I'm finished getting rid of all the dots I wish to get rid of, I just push close and they're gone. So that's the first step. Then the next step I would do is go round the edges of my photo and find, oops, there's something there that I don't quite like. Okay, so again I go in with the remove tool, and it doesn't always do a great job on things on the edge of your photo, but there you go. See how it's left a little blur there. Sometimes it's easier to use clone, so reset, and I'll use clone and just get rid of that and sort of that. Actually, I might just do it. Okay, and close. Not the best, you get the idea. So now I've done all of that, and I'm going to carry on going around the edges, looking for bright spots. These red bits, they designate where the highlights are clipping. So you can just bring down the highlights and see that red goes. Just bring back the whites a little bit. And that's that. So there's nothing distracting in the edges. So if we put it back out, and I can't see anything in the background here that might be distracting. I've checked that my horizon is nice and level. So now I'm going to export it. So I left click and I get a menu come up. I go down to export, and in this case I've already set up a user preset for my competition photos, but we'll go through the thing. So I've got a specific folder that I've set up called entries for the Photography Society. I can name my file, so I can go, oh, what am I going to call it? C. There you go, that's the name. It's going to be, it's always goes too fast. Okay, it's going to be a JPEG. We're going to use the color space sRGB. In my case, I have my monitor color calibrated, and that's the profile it's using, but sRGB. Okay, and then it has to be limited to 5 megs for the club competitions. So then the image size, so you get a few options here. You got width and height, dimensions, long, blah 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 blah, megapixels, whatever. In this we're going to go width and height, so we select that we want the maximum width to be 3840, the maximum height to be 2160, and we don't want it to be enlarged. So that means that if it's smaller than that, it's not going to enlarge it. There's some output sharpening, just a small amount for the screen, and I can either remove all my metadata or I can include it. It doesn't worry me. You do not want to add a watermark, and there's nothing you need to do. You can choose to show it to you in Explorer afterwards if you wish, but I know where I've put it, so then I go export, and there you go. So then if I open up that file, my entries for this year, there it is there, and you can see that the dimensions are 3240 by 2160 with a size of 4 megabytes.